I'm Dr. Kristen R. Bromley. This video series, which is part of my online music academy, specifically accompanies Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 from my Method Book series. Like all my books, this selection is available to purchase through Amazon and Google Play. For help, see the links in the description below. In the videos which are part of this specific course, I progress through the lessons in Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2, explaining and demonstrating concepts and playing each of the songs and exercises contained therein, so you can hear how they sound and play them right along with me. You are of course welcome to view these videos with or without the book, but with the book you can work through all the songs and exercises, and in the process learn all the various types of chords used to play music on the guitar and master your chord playing abilities. Alright, let's get to jamming in this lesson. Okay, welcome back for lesson 8. In this lesson we're going to learn 2 new chords. So we're in the key of C major. The C chord is the 1 chord. We already know the C chord. We've got it up here on the board and it's there on page 46 for you. So we're beginning here on page 46 and 47. As a review though, we've got our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and our index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. The 1st and 3rd strings are open and the low 6th string is muted. So that's our C chord. Let's take a look at our G7 chord. We'll work backwards. This is our 5 chord in the key of C. With G7, I never think it's all that tricky because you take your C chord and you move your fingers out a string. So this finger comes to here, this finger comes to here, and your index finger goes up higher, and voila, we have G7. So we have our index fingers on the 1st fret of the 1st string, then our middle finger is on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and our ring finger is on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. This is why I play G with my pinky and G7, because of G7 with my index finger. And fingering it this way, I learned to finger it as so. You just switch back and forth for G to G7. But we got that G7. It's a big stretch for some. It's really nice moving from C to G7. Let's do that a few times. So we got C, and then we move those fingers out for G7. And we go back to C, back to G7, back to C, back to G7, back to C, back to G7, back to C. So this first song uses lots of C and G7 back and forth, just like so. Let's learn the other chord though. Let's learn F, which is the 4 chord in the key of C. F is perhaps the trickiest chord of these basic first position cowboy chords. There's lots of different nicknames for them. I just played a 6-string F. We're going to play a 4-string one. The thing that makes it difficult is that your index finger is going to play both the 1st fret of the 1st string and the 1st fret of the 2nd string, creating what we call a bar. It's just a little bar as it lays flat across those, and then I get my other 2 fingers in there. When I started playing, this was by far the hardest chord that I had to learn, and I think that's the case for most of us. I used to try and play along with my dad a little bit when I was a young girl, and I would just make up something else when the F chord came around, and at least he tells me, he would say, "Kristen, we got to play an F here," and I would say, "This is how I play my Fs, Dad," so, which I'd play something else. But you can. The most important thing to get on this chord is the third fret at the 4th string, 2nd fret at the 3rd string, index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. If those are the only 3 that ring, you've got a full F chord because you got the root 3rd and 5th. And then you can work on getting that high string. Now for me, I push down on the side. If we look at the indents from the strings on my fingers, I'm pushing down on the side, and my thumb is behind the 2nd fret. So my thumb's behind the 2nd fret, so I'm getting this kind of a motion to create strength. And then I've got those there. So we got F. That's how we do that one. Alright, so let's try putting these into some songs. Okay, so as we get started here playing some songs with these new chords, we're going to actually start with number 2, Oh My Darling Clementine. We'll come back to the Streets of Laredo, but we're going to play number 2 first because it doesn't have an F chord, so it gives us a chance to just focus on C and G7 for a moment. This one's in 3/4 time. 1, 2, up, 3, up. So we're going to use our classic 3/4 time strumming pattern. Down, down, up, 1, 2, up, 3, up, 1, 2, up, 3, up. I'm swinging it just a little bit there. This song has a 1-beat pickup, so we'll have that. And there's our melody. So I'll give you 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, and then we'll have the pickup. Alright, so we'll have good practice with C and G7 here. We go 1, 2, 3, 3, 2. In a cavern, in a canyon, excavating for a mine, dwelt a miner, 49er, and his daughter Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Fun old folk song. Okay, let's go back and do the Streets of Laredo. We've actually done this song before as the Tired Cowboy. Or that's another name for this song. There's a couple different names, but the Streets of Laredo, we're going to practice. It's in the same time signature. It also has a 1-beat pickup, and now this one has an F chord, so we'll get to sneak that in a couple places. So we'll take this nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2. As I walked out in the streets of Laredo, as I walked out in Laredo one day, I spied a young cowboy wrapped up in white linen, wrapped up in white linen, as cold as the clay. So let's look at a couple of these spots where we have the F chord. On that second line we go from C to F and back to C. So I take my index finger from the C chord and I just lay it flat, and then I move these two fingers. So C, lay it flat and move them. C, lay it flat and move them. And they just kind of move as a pair. And that's sort of how I maintain the same finger while also planting and then moving the common sort of fingering to the new string. Let's go back and forth between C and F, C and F, C and F, C and F. Okay, now let's practice. There's another spot where we have to go from F to the G7. That's quite a change because all the fingers really need to change. The index finger needs to pick up and just hit that top string, and the other two fingers need to jump a couple strings lower. So we have the F to the G7, F to the G7, F to the G7. One more time, F to the G7. Alright, let's do that song again. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 3, 2. As I walked out in the Let's go over to page 47 now, and number 3, and we'll play Cindy. Now, this one's in 4/4 time, so we're going to use one of our classic strumming patterns for 4/4 time. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. You can see it written there above yours. So you got 1, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 1. This one has some of the same changes as far as C to F, or F to G7, or F back to C, but the chords last a little longer, so that's kind of nice. Classic old song. When I was trying to learn guitar, there was an old method book I went through when I was a little girl. It started with this song and these 3 chords. And when I started teaching guitar, I was like, I gotta write method books that go a little more gradual as far as the fingering of the chords being difficult. And so, as we can see, these chords didn't come until lesson 8. But a lot of method books used to start with them because there's a lot of songs that are in the key of C. So here we go. I'll give you 3, 2, 1, and then we'll have the pickup, the one beat pickup. So, 3, 2, 1. You want to see my Cindy? She lives way down south. She's so sweet, the honey bees swarm around her mouth. Yeah, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Changed up that last melody a little bit. It's written. I got a little jazzy with it. Alright, so we're going to go on, flip over to page 48 now. Work on some new songs and a couple new strumming techniques. Okay, so here we are on page 48 with number 4, Oh Susanna. This one's in cut time. We're going to use that strumming pattern that we know from 4/4 for the down, down, up, down, up, down, up. You see it written there. Now on this one, the thing to watch out for is on the second line and the 4th line and the last line. There's a spot where G7 comes in halfway through the measure. So, on the second line, we're going to have C, C. We get to that 3rd measure, C, G7, C. So let's practice just those last 2 measures of that second line. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, ready, and we're going to have C, G7, C. Let's do it again. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. If you got C, G7, C. Let's do it once more. C, G7, C. Okay. We'll play that song. It's got that beat pickup. Oh, my God. When I hear this song, sometimes I think of Disneyland. I've been to Disneyland. And if you go on the ride, Pirates of the Caribbean, there's this spot where an old fella's sitting outside of a cabin, and you can hear this song played on the banjo. Every time I play this song, I think of that. So it's probably the smell of the food and the excitement of getting to go in the boat up and over and down the waterfall. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee. I am going to Louisiana, my true love for to see. It rained all night the day I left. The weather, it was dry. The sun so hot I froze old song. Alright, let's look at number 5. Pop music progression Y1. We're going to use our down, down, up pattern. So we're going to go down, down, up, down, up. Note that those first 4 measures are repeated before we go on. So 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, got the G7. Right there with that one. Alright, so for number 6, pop music progression Z1, made it all the way to Z with these pop music progressions. We're going to change it up a little bit with this strumming pattern. The first measure is going to have the down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. We've got no problem with that. There's a tie connecting it to the second measure. Let's look at the second measure as if the tie wasn't there. We're just doing down, up, 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 down, up. Now we did this clear back in lesson 2, so this isn't a problem. But we're going to tie the two together and create a little syncopation over the bar. So we're going to have down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. All right. To make things even more exciting, we're going to be doing that with chords switching in there, halfway through each measure for the most part. But let's just play that on a C chord. So we're going to have down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Just like so. Okay, now we want to add these chords in. So we're going to have a C chord. We get halfway through, we're going to have an F. The G technically comes in over here, but because we're not playing right on the beat, we're going to anticipate across the bar line and bring it on the previous up. We've done this sort of thing before. And then we have an F coming in back there. So let's practice just the first 2 chords. So we're going to have down, down, up, down, up, down. So C to the F. Again, C, F, again, C, F, again, C, F. Let's do it again, C, F, and now let's try and catch the G on that up strum. So C, F, catch the G on the up strum again, and C, F, G, catch it again, C, F, G, again, and C, F. Note that we're using G, just the 5 chord instead of the G7. C, F, G. Okay, let's add the rest of the strumming on the G. So you got C, F, G, up, down, up. Ready? And C, F, G. Ready? And C, F, G. And down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Let's try adding in that last F. So you have C, the song La Bamba. We played this progression before in a different key. I think we did it in A, and we may have done it in D as well. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Para, para, la bamba. F. Para, para, la bamba. Se necesita una poco de gracia. Una poco de gracia para mí, para ti. Ay, arriba, ay, arriba. Ay, arriba, ay, arriba. Por ti seré, por ti seré. Yo no soy marinero. Yo no soy marinero. Soy capitán. Soy capitán. Soy capitán. Bamba, yamba. Bamba, bamba. Bamba, bamba. Bayanda, We'll just end it there. Great chords, great progression. Okay, so we'll go on to page 49, the Wabash Cannonball. We're going to use that down, down, up, down, up strumming pattern. Hopefully that F chord and the G7 are getting a little bit easier. If not, they will over time. They will. They will. So we got Listen to the Jingle. I think this is a fun old folk song. We're going to go down, down, up, down, up. No pickup here, so 1, 2, ready, and listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, riding through the woodlands to the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo squall, riding through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Hey, okay. Let's look at number 8, which is pop music progression A2. This one we're going to use a little stop time. You'll see a hit there on the downbeats, quarter note, and then beats 2, 3, and 4 we have rest, and then a whole measure of rest. When we get to the end, we're going to have down, down, up, down. Now, when we get to the repeated part after those first 8 bars, it's just a 12-bar blues in C. So we get to practice the 12-bar blues in C. So you're going to have 1, 2, ready, and we're going to hit it. And then what we want to do is mute the strings. So we don't want to hit it and let them ring, but we want to mute. And I do that with my right hand. Just comes up, stops the strings from ringing. So it's a little stop. So you go 1, 2, ready, and C. 2, 3, 4, a rest. 2, 3, 4, C. 2, 3, 4, a rest. 2, 3, 4, C. 2, 3, 4, a rest. 2, 3, 4. Then we have G7. Down, down, up, down, up, C. The 4 chord, the F. Back to C. We got the G7, the F, to C, to G7, and we repeat C, C, and C. Last time, up to the F. Back to C. Here we go with G7, F, C, G7. We'll end right there on C. A-okay, let's flip over to page 50 and take a look at America the Beautiful. It's a great old song. We're going to use our down, down, up strumming pattern. Now this one brings back a few of the chords we've used in the past. So we have C, we're going to use G, we've already used that one again today, and to the G7. Playing the G in this case, where we go from G to G7, with the fingering that I like, 2, 3, 4 on the G, makes that switch really easy, but you can also switch your whole hand. And then we got C. This one has a D7, so you got to remember D7. Index finger at the first fret of the second string, middle finger, second fret, third string, ring finger, second fret, first string, and we only strum the top 4. So remember that one. And then the rest we've played. All of these get a full measure except the second to last measure, where we're going to go F, G7, C. So let's do that one. F, G7, C. Again, and F, G7, C. One more time. Ready, and F, G7, C. Okay. The range on this song is just a little bit awkward for me, but we'll give her a shot. Give her a shot. It's just low in this key. Some parts aren't low, but too much high stuff to go up an octave for me. But perhaps you can, or down an octave, or you can practice with a capo. So yeah, we'll have one beat pickup. So I'll give you 3, 2, 1. Oh, beautiful, and we'll be in. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Great song, great song. Let's take a look at Kumbaya now. So on Kumbaya, we have the F chord sometimes coming in halfway through the measure. So if we look, it's got a pickup, but we're going to have the C for a bar, C, F, C. So we've seen this sort of thing before, but I'm making us aware of it. It's going to happen there. It's going to happen on the same spot on the third measure of the third line, where we have a C, F, and C. And then we're going to also have it on the first measure of the last line, where the C is on those first 2 beats. And that spot could catch us off guard, because we don't see that C, it continues on from the previous line. We're going to have some of that. So here we go. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Kumbaya, 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 my Lord, kumbaya, kumbaya, my Lord, kumbaya. Oh Lord, kumbaya. It's a great song, lots of verses. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, kumbaya. Oops. 1, 2, kumbaya. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya. on to Get Along Little Doggies, which are cows, not dogs actually, but cows, moving cows from Texas to Wyoming on the cattle drives. And so that's what this one is. It's in 3/4. 1, 2, up 3, 2, 1. As I was a walking one morning for pleasure. That's how that one goes. I'll give us 2 bars of counting because we got that 1 beat pickup. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 3, 2. As I was a walking one morning for pleasure, I spied a cowpuncher riding alone. His hat was thrown back and his spurs were jingling, and as he approached he was singing his song. Whoopie-tie-yo, get along, little doggies, it's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopie-tie-yo, get along, little doggies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. Alright, we'll do the last one of this lesson, Will the Circle Be Unbroken? This is a great old traditional tune. Down, down, up, down, up. 2 beat pickup in our 4/4 time. We'll have no surprises in this one. It should be easier than the last couple we've played, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Okay, and that's a wrap for this lesson. Next, we'll be learning some new minor chords in lesson 9. So I'll see you there. Have a great one. Keep practicing, keep playing. It's really about playing, playing, and playing. Take care. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For help with other guitar playing skills, check out more of my method books and the numerous lessons available as part of my online academy here on YouTube. You can find more information about me and my products at kristenbromley.com. Take care.